Hello and welcome, my Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your 7-card draw. What do I need? Shadow read for this full moon in September into the new moon in October 2021. I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, author of Words of Grace, from a professional witch on Kindle, link in the description box, the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. Hey, my aqualungs, my aquariums, I hope you are well. I am doing this the day before the full moon, but if you are new to my channel, or a 7-card draw or a 5-card draw, in this case 7, it's just one card from 7 different decks of cards to get you clues, tips, and hints about a specific timeline. In this case, a waning moon timeline, letting go, releasing, boop, 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 right? Shrinking, forgiving, alchemizing, shadow work, all right? For this full moon to new moon next. So let's look at the timeline itself. It goes full tomorrow at the time of this recording, Monday, September 20th, 7:55 p.m. Eastern. I'm in New York. But it goes void, of course, at the same time it goes full, so work that waxing side if you're doing it. The moon is actually in Pisces right now, and I have a first date tonight with an Aquarian of all things, and I'm a Pisces moon. It's essentially my Pisces full moon of the year, so should be interesting, right? Hi. Expect the mystical. But then we are looking at a very interesting 2-week period. So it does go void, of course, 7:55 p.m. on the 20th, Monday, as I said. Goes into Aries 11:13 p.m. later that night on the 20th. So you can still catch the full moon vibe. It's really not, it's waning at that point, but you could still do some magic for yourself. Aries moon, first house dynamic. 2 days after that, we have autumnal equinox, Maven. Massive opportunity for evolution as the wheel turns. If you're pagan, you know what I'm talking about. A couple of days after that, on the 27th, Mercury goes direct and does not Mercury goes retrograde and does not go direct until October 8th. But before it does, we hit the new moon on the 6th in Libra, Wednesday, 7:05 a.m., which is great. Then you have all Wednesday and the next day to do your new moon stuff. I'll get the 5-card draw. What do I need read for the waxings done before that hits for sure. But then later that day, Pluto is just going direct, 2:29 p.m. So there's a lot. That is just a lot going on. So just to be aware, this is about getting you clues, tips, and hints about what to be aware of, what you need. Asking the divine, not how am I doing, right? Not like checking the oil. What do I need? What do I need, right? Because we think we know what we need. We barely know what we want. So asking of a higher pantheon is just wise. So both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. I will do the same to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace that I can. If you'd like to book me for a private read, there is a video explaining not just how to do that, but what goes on booking a reading with Mal. I send it to people when they ask. They're like, oh, that answered all my questions. It's like, good. So if you want to do that. Otherwise, remember, it's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Do check your other signs. These are, I'm doing Aquarius and Pisces today, the last 2 in the series. Chances are you've already checked a bunch of them. But to get you more information about the timeline we are about to look at, or possibly another interwoven timeline that you need to be aware of. All right, I'm done explaining. You have to do it every reading. I know. Breathe. That's why I make the preface for the soulmate and the path that true love reads. And I think I'm doing the romantic soulmate reads next. They already kind of gave me an idea of what spreads to use. It's more than one. So here we go. Breathe. Very busy morning. Laundry and mystical experiences and meditation. So let's see what we got here for you, my aqualungs. As I call upon the collective pantheons of angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters, general assembly, the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, as well as the spirit animals and totems for the Aquarian collective, sun, moon, rising, Venus signs. watching this video, receiving this reading, what is the dominant archetype in play in their 8th chakra, their mystical power, the lesson of alchemy, of forgiveness, of letting go this waning moon in September into October. Well. Carolyn Mace, this is the Carolyn Mace archetype deck. Highly recommend her work, all of her books. But with the archetypal stuff, you might want to start with Sacred Contracts, Life-Changing Book. In this deck, she gives you a bunch of blank cards because there's no way you put every single archetype into a card deck. You need like a concrete tumbler, right, to shuffle them. So I did that with one of them, the Witch, because I am a witch and I am very aware of the shadow and light of the witch. You do not have to be a witch necessarily, claim that path, that title, whatever. It's really a job title, you know, like shaman or healer or anything else, right? Like any of the archetypes could be. And, you know, I've been listening to on YouTube Gregory Maguire. I listened to Wicked, the book on audiobook, and now I'm listening to Son of a Witch, which is really good. It's my favorite. I read them in hardcover years ago, right? So, you know, this whole thing of Glinda and Elphaba, if you are familiar, maybe you saw the musical, the book is radically different than the musical. See the musical, then read the book, you won't be disappointed. The other way around, it never works, right? It's like, well, why didn't they da-da-da? That's why I saw all the Harry Potter movies before I read the books. But the witch we know what the wicked witch and the good witch are, right? And it's about wisdom. There are 9 families of archetypes, right? Encompassing all of them. And some of them share families, and I would say the witch certainly does, because there's the wisdom family, which is the word where witch comes from. It means wise person, and by the way, it's gender neutral. I don't claim warlock, others do. You do you. That's all good. Whatever. Live and let live. Fairly take and fairly give. But certainly the wisdom part of it, like someone who's witty is a witch. Most of us are. The shadow side of it, though, sorry, I should say the other archetype it shows the divine family, because a witch can absolutely be in attunement with higher powers, gods, goddesses, saints, angels, totems, healers, whatever, right? Pantheons, levels of consciousness higher than our own that are more divine. So this is very powerful in terms of you. What does a witch do? Right? Puts wisdom into action, and yet is also one of transformation. Prince to frog, we've done it, right? Men to pigs. This lifetime, we're sort of undoing all of that, right? Circe reversal, I call it, right? And Circe was the first witch. Madeline Miller's Circe, if you have not read the book or the audiobook, I highly recommend it. All right. Let's keep going. This is your 8th chakra, mystical power. Let's look at your spiritual, your mental, your willpower, and your emotional power. Heart, third eye, crown dynamic, your internal dynamic, your internal dynamic, your feminine energy, your psychological world, the world behind your eyes, whatever you want to call it. Breathe. As I call upon my goddesses of air, the sign of Aquarius and the powers of the East, please, beloved goddesses of wisdom in this case, obviously, one card in clarity for the Aquarian collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. This feels good. Alchemizing this witch archetype, right? And I'm not going to say from Elphaba to Glinda, because Glinda wasn't that good and Elphaba wasn't that wicked. We all have our moments. We're all on that scale. Shadow to light. So this is where the shadow work usually begins. Heart, third eye, crown. What do they need to be aware of within themselves this new to full? Sorry, full to new. You've got the Taurus card. Now, this is a court card. When a court card hits heart, third eye, crown, it's inside of you. So, of course, if you have planets in Taurus, that would apply. Look at where they are. Gain what lessons you can from them. However, to me, this is much stronger regardless of what anybody has in Taurus, or if you're dealing with a Taurus, this is about second house energies, dynamics, right? Life values, like things that you have valued all your life, right? Like this is the great corn mother. This would be the Queen of Pentacles in the traditional tarot, but the great corn mother is of great value. She's the topsoil, sort of Demeter. in the American indigenous, I don't even want to call it mythologies, it really is the religion, whatever the spirituality of, that's probably a good way to say it. What are your hardcore bedrock values? You know, for me, I say it all the time, it's honesty. Why? Because I've been lied to so much, right? And the worst thing you can do to an empath, and I don't mean the sociological terminology, I mean an energy empath, feeling other people's stuff and your self issues, is to lie to them and to what's that word? Gaslight them, right? Because we can feel something's off and then we start doubting ourselves. But that is a very important part of learning to become an empath, to really learn to listen to and trust that. So that's just one of my bedrock things. Honesty, right? You're going to come for me, you better sharpen your claws, you come with truth, or the drawbridge will not be lowered, right? Kiamoko, which is castle. So get that. There is wisdom you have gained here that you may not be aware of, and it is now bedrock. It is something within you that is, one would say, permanent, but remember there's always a higher truth. But knowledge plus experience equals wisdom. And what is wisdom, right? Knowledge plus experience equals wisdom. So you have gained some wisdom here inside of you that has made you stronger than you've ever been before. So sometimes we don't see that until we do the shadow work. Honestly, it's true. Right? The alchemy from lead to gold. Lead is an insulator, gold is a conductor. So think about that in terms of your energy dynamic. What's going on lower 3 chakras? Root, sacrum, solar plexus, the physical world, can be from the outside, you know, looking in at you horizontally. You can be you from the inside looking out horizontally. But it would be something really dealing with the root, sacrum, and or solar plexus, any combo or just one of them. And these are your relationships. Root chakra, tribal relationships, not just genetic family. Nationality, your favorite sports team, right? Think about it. And I said this in another reading. I've given, a long time ago, I said to a student of mine, take a week, put it on your cell phone, make a little like notepad thing, and keep track of all the different tribes you belong to, right? Because like Fleetwood Mac, Stevie Nicks, it's a tribe, right? You know, and you realize it's like, oh yeah, like Generation X is very much my tribe. So let's see what's going on maybe in the second chakra, one-on-one relationships, umbilical, somebody else, or your relationship with money, because money is one energy field, or the solar plexus, your relationship to yourself, your honor code, which very well all 3 might be in play here. It's a lot, but it's important. Breathe. Because this is the shit you really want to know. What's going on the outside? As I call upon my gods of air, the sign of Aquarius and the powers of the East, please. What's going on for the Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, alchemizing the witch archetype with that Taurus energy on the inner? What is going on the outer lower 3 chakra dynamic, this full to new? Page of Cups. Now, to me, pages are not necessarily people. Right, that's why we have the knights, the queens, and the kings. Those are the 12 signs of the zodiac. This can very much be from the outside looking in, you going in to do inner reflection. It is Narcissus, long story, great myth, and where the root of the word narcissist comes from. Now, this is not saying you're a narcissist, because a narcissist can't see their own reflection. This might be a new love. Yes, certainly coming to you. Maybe it is a message of love coming towards you. But with this witch archetype, this might very well be you taking the time to take a step inward, to listen to an internal message calling you inward, to reflect. This can be self-love, a new round of it, if you will, a new experience of it. But all the pages hold the ace in them, right? You never see them with like tons of the elemental symbol, usually, depending on the artist. So this is a new beginning for you here, and it could be somebody with an offer of love. We're going to hold off on the romantic stuff because it's only 3 out of 7 down. Let's see what this is about, and you'll know if it is. You will know if it is. That's what it means. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Let's get you a healing mantra. Fixed air. Aquarians, I think, have the best zodiacal chance of getting real power from mantras because it's fixed air. A mantra is something, it means to protect, to cover. It means mind tool. Sanskrit, one word can mean like so many different things. to really fix your mind on them. And these are really well written. Please take a nice deep breath. As I call upon my Ascended Masters General Assembly. I'm not so sure this is soul contract based yet. Not necessarily feeling it is, not necessarily feeling it's not. So my beloveds, what is the perfect healing mantra for the Aquarian collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Sun, watching this video, receiving this reading, the mantra that will help them alchemize the witch archetype from shadow to light, lead to gold, because of their found wisdom within them that has given them a hardcore long-term life value that might have been there all along, or maybe just really is now something that will be lifelong moving forward, with this interesting, curious Page of Cups, which can be, again, from the outside looking in, they're going in to reflect, to go within, to deal with their emotions, maybe new cycle of self-love, or perhaps it's a message coming to or going from the Aquarian here. So, what's their mantra? This full to new September, October 2021. They tell me when to shut up, and the cards are ready, by the way. Creating cooperation. More gets accomplished when everyone has a role to play. So yes, soul contract, but this can be more than one person. Remember, root chakra. Maybe that's why I explained that one a little bit more than the other two. This could be tribal, right? Working with others. Creating cooperation. When you open the space for that, first of all, it's an extending of love, right? You just think of it that way, right? It is an extending of love. It's like, well, why don't we collaborate? Why don't we cooperate with each other? I'll do this part, you do that part. It just seems wise. You're better at that than I am. But that doesn't mean that there isn't a time of internal contemplation for you to get ready to do that, because it is true. More gets accomplished. I mean, I'm self-employed and I work alone. Sorry, I work from home. I work alone. I work with infinite. So I have help. I have horizontal help, you know, my clients, the work that I do, and all of that. But I also have a house and a company to run aside from doing readings and teaching. So I really cooperate with universal forces, if that's what you want to call it, right? I collaborate every now and again with other readers and people here on YouTube and elsewhere, with other companies, and it does. A lot more gets done instead of this perhaps stubborn idea that I have to do this for myself, because how many witches, whether you're a witch or not, work solitary and nobody knows? Which can be very Aquarian, right? Aquarians, I love y'all. You're the freaks of the zodiac, but you are fixed air, the stratosphere. That's why you could be everybody's friend, but not necessarily intimate all the time, right? And depending on your moon sign, that might change. Let's keep going. Great mantra. That's gonna, pardon the phrase, lubricate things, creating cooperation. Really good mantra. More gets accomplished when everyone has a role to play, and then you can more wisely and better play your role. Let's ask the higher selves. Welcome to the Party Turner deck. That is the Whispers of Love Oracle. If this is romantic, this would be the deck that would point it out. Please take a nice deep breath. Tingle, 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 tingle. All right, I have a date with an Aquarian tonight. Am I reading my date? Oh, God, I hope not. That's not fair. I like being surprised. Sorta. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, what is the whisper of love for the Aquarian collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, alchemizing the witch, Taurus on the inner, Page of Cups on the outer, creating cooperation. What you got for them? What's the piece of information, inspiration, insight they need this full to new? True love. This is a once-in-a-lifetime love. Now, granted, true love can be between parent and child. It can be in any manifestation. But, you know, they're all kissy-kissy, smoochy-smoochy. So, you know, you gotta roll with that as a reader. I'm an art reader. Thank you, Southern Striga. I am an art reader. I look at, you know, like when I look at this, I see Narcissus staring into his own reflection, not just the intellectual meaning there. A different deck might give me a different vibe. But true love, I mean, I teach classes on true love. Oh, Thursday nights on Facebook. You don't have to be on Facebook. to be there. Apparently it's a Zoom thing done through Facebook, 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. every Thursday. Path of True Love class, non-sequential. You can jump in any time, and they're wonderful, right? So, but you know, I am on the path of true love. I think most of us are. So this absolutely could be romantic, but remember, true love conquers all, which means there's shit to be conquered. And absolutely, it is divine love. Oh my God, I have so many videos about true love on my channel. Go have a look-see-dooksy. I just did the Path of True Love reads. All 12 signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. You might want to check those out too on my channel. Because there are, of course, going to be challenges here then, but to deal with them wisely and well, with a combination of wisdom and divine power, those two families of archetypes, blend those. This is a true love read now. That's our first oracle, Whispers of Love oracle. Let's use the newest one here, the Divine Animals Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. I'm sure she doesn't talk like that. I grew up on Long Island, honey. I'm sure I knew a Stacy DeMarco. Or one of my spirit guides, I don't know. Yeah, Stacy DeMarco from Lindenhurst. Please take a nice deep breath. Hey, don't knock Lindenhurst. Pat Benatar's from Lindenhurst. Hello, Daddy. Hello, Mom. Yeah, cherry bomb. Let's check in on the animal pantheon here. This takes a second. Please take a nice deep breath. Gotta go more instinctual, yet higher in vibration, as I call upon the pantheons of totems and spirit animals for the Aquarian collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Watching this video, receiving this reading, essentially getting a true love read here. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I mean, unless it is parental, you know, you got to take that as it comes. What is the totem and or spirit animal walking with the Aquarians through this shadow work? Alchemizing the witch from light to shadow. Taurus, life values on the inner. Page of Cups, reflection and offer of love maybe unto themselves, creating cooperation in some sort of true love contract going on here. Who walks with them, please, this full to new September, October? Polar bear. I've dated them. Oh, darling, in the gay community, the totems. Oh, someone should write a book on the totems of the gay community. I'll do it. Shamanic experiences with the bear and the otter. I'm a lion. It's not a category. It is actually a category, I think, a lion. You just don't see it on Scruff. Beautiful card there, right? It's like that. The glacier is the polar bear. And I need the magnifying glass just to even see, because it's white type on a cloudy background. Card number 26. The key word for polar bear is ancestors. Ooh, that perked up somebody's ears. Y'all doing ancestral work with the witch archetype. Elphaba Throp, white courtesy telephone, please. What card did I say? 26, sorry. Are the pages sticking together? 25. Look, I can count. I was raised by a nursery school teacher. 26, polar bear. This one's long. Breathe. Polar bear, ancestors, you are the carrier of a bloodline that stretches back for millennia, yet you are uniquely your own self. Take the positive from your ancestry and observe and note the negative. I told you there was something tribal about this. Family dysfunction stops here. Honor those in your family who honor you. It is a positive and natural action to individuate from our family on our own terms. Darlings. Darlings, 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 particularly if you identify as a witch. Trust me. I came out of the gay closet first, then I came out of the witch closet, then I came out of the brunette closet. In that order. You know, coming out of the broom closet is not the easiest thing, even if you're not a witch, right? Like, whatever it is, your spirituality, right? Your wisdom path here. So to call upon your ancestors, I'm going to say this because this is what I learned and this is what I teach. You have two types of ancestors, genetic, in your bloodline, that's what they're referring to here, but also archetypal. Like if you're a healer, you have healer ancestors, not just biological, right? Florence Nightingale, Dr. Usui, right? Just, you could run wild with that. And certainly as a witch, if you do identify as a witch, think of all of those who went to the fires who were witches, but the majority who weren't, right? Still going on today in some way, shape, or form. Let me not get too socio-political, although I am talking to an Aquarian. Let's look at the magic of the polar bear. Polar bear magic is ancient, powerful, and profound. Should you wish to heal trauma of any kind, call upon this bear's energy to assist you. Working to address ancestral pain or shame passed down from one generation to the next can benefit from bear energy, because here's the thing. Emotions are biochemical. So your ancient ancestors had all this cortisol because fight and flight, and you know, how far back you want to go. There were never humans and pterodactyls at the same time as far as I'm aware, but you kind of get what I'm saying, right? Living in the forest, in the jungle, right? Tribal life. So all of that cortisol in the nervous system affects the cell tissue, affects the DNA. Pass it on, pass it on, pass it on, pass it on to current day. We don't have the money to pay a bill. We're fight and flight, right? So it really is releasing what is conditioning, what is untrue, breaking illusion, and that's what shadow work is all about. But I'm sorry, my air signs, I love you dearly, but you gotta feel it to heal it. The emotional part of it is key. And I think that's what this Page of Cups is. This might be you picking up an Ace of Cups for yourself, drinking deeply the unconditional true love of the divine that is the core of who you are, but an experience of it that moves this forward. And so that maybe you start delegating, right? And saying, look, I love you. I truly love you, but I'm doing me right now. I am walking my path, and may how I walk my path be a blessing unto you. Done. Maybe. It is a waning moon read. Last card down, though. What is the hidden blessing in all of this? From Blessed Be the Mystical Celtic Blessing cards to Enrich and Empower by Lucy Cavendish, because I say it that way because I love her name. That is how she says it. I slide around the British Isles, don't I, when I do that? I think I went from Scottish to Irish. I don't care. Funny, my date tonight also does dialects and things. I think we're going to have a lot of fun. Aquariums, here we go. What is the hidden blessing all this? We started with the pantheons of the divine giving you the witch. Let's see what the collective pantheons have to say. We begin and end with them. Breathe. Almost done. Last 9 yards as I call upon the pantheons of pantheons for the Aquarian collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this video. I knew something good was going on here. Like, even if this is like genetic family patterns being healed here, that true love there could very well be the true love of family, hence that creating cooperation. And could there be a romantic piece in that? Sure, if there's a spouse involved or families coming together, certainly two different families being married or joined in some way. So what is the hidden blessing here for my Aquarian collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, alchemizing themselves into the light witch with their values, their Taurus lifelong values strong on the inside, Page of Cups, picking up that cup, giving that cup, whatever that is, but creating cooperation with it, with this vibration of true love, which is a feeling experience, not just a concept. The more you feel it, the more it's anchored into you and the Earth's electromagnetic grid, transforming it, lifting it. And with that polar bear, why wouldn't that heal the stuff in the genetic patterning, the DNA going back to jump, right? Or maybe even calling upon their ancestors in spirit, genetic or archetypal. So what do we got here? What's the hidden blessing here, this full to new? A blessing on a friendship. It's Madonna and the Unicorn. Look, tell me that's not Madonna. Don't tell her, though. She might sue them, and I really like this company, and I really like Lucy Cavendish's work. Look, right, Sort of ray of light, though. I mean, you know, can you copyright a look? I don't know. Let me read this for you. I'm the fun one. You come for the divination, you come back for the humor. Because don't take this world all that seriously, darling, because life could be a dream. Shaboom. Card number 14. Oh, opened right to it. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. Breathe. Magical tool at hand, because I'm gonna channel through the best I can the blessing here. Card number 14, a blessing on a friendship, which by the way is very Aquarius 11th house. A blessing for a friendship where your best self is given permission to emerge and grow, and where mutual love is shared in good times and in bad. Isn't that what we're all shooting for, kind of, sort of? And yes, if your lover is your best friend, that is often part and parcel of the true love contract. May your friend, use this. May your friendship be blessed with laughter, but never at the expense of the dignity of one of you. May your friendship be a delight to you both, a time of warmth and sharing, give and take, small offerings of what you have sent back and forth between you. I don't need the magnifying glass for the rest of this. May you be kind to each other and honest too. May you have the trust that true friendship, like true love, needs to speak of things of the soul. And may there be loyalty one to the other, without chains or obedience, but freely given. This is so Aquarian. May there be affinities of the spirit, differences to exalt in, and if harsh thoughts or words enter in and blight the path of your companionship, may you pick them up as a stone in the road and move them out of your way. May there be closeness, but a bright and blessed space between you. The Aquarian prophylactic. May you support each other's endeavors. May you breathe life to the fire of each other's dreams. And may there be moments of shared rapture with the simple things. The song you love most, the glory of dawn, the offering of meals, the breaking of bread, the warm circle of the arms of a friend, which hold you while the world about you or within you is falling down. Let there be mutual care, and may your friendship endure amidst the inconsistencies of the world. Let your friendship have its season, but let it turn on and on, ever changing, ever returning to the place where you find love for one another and greater love of self for knowing one another, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So motivate. Blessed be. That's a beautiful blessing. Now, someone else got it. Who else got it? Who else got friendship? I remember it. I remember it. I don't see it, though. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? There's one of them that got for friendship. Fathers. Yeah, no, it's not on there. Oh. Taurus got it, so good luck with that. Fixed air, fixed earth, but and here's the Taurus card. Okay. So quickly, you're alchemizing the witch. Just use your wisdom wisely and well. Keep your heart open. Stay true to your hardcore wise one values. Love yourself, love others, maybe silently, maybe from a distance. You're Aquarians, fixed air, why not? And create cooperation as best you can, because more gets accomplished when everyone has a role to play, because there is true love here. You may not see it right now. You may not feel it right now, but this is the alchemy. You need to do that and understand there are ancestral patterns in play and ancestors that you can call upon with the polar bear energy to find the hidden blessing of the friendship here, which might be particularly parents and children, as children get older, becoming friends, right? Not total, you know, asshole buddies necessarily, but I've seen that too. And so may you be blessed with all of this, and certainly if this gets trickier, if you just want to go deeper, book me for a read. You want to get the chakra stuff, check my book, Words of Grace, broken down into chakra chapters, it's hard to say, but other cool stuff in there. Shadow arc, a whole thing on the shamanic descent and embracing the shadow in there. My book of prayer, Words of Grace, help me through it. So really, wishing you all the very best and the very blessed of this shadow period, this waning moon from full to new September and October, my beloved aqualungs, my beloved aquariums. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.